meanings of words and statements are seldom exact, and they seldom mean quite the same thing to different people.
Oh, like booty.
Just think, next year we'll all be in college.
Yep, I'm going to state, I guess.
Oh, Bill, what do you want to go to state for? Why don't you come along and go to Caldwell with me?
Will you be there?
I don't know much about it. What kind of a place is Caldwell?
It's a pretty classy place. Good fraternities, keen girls, everybody has a car. And a lot of kids with dough go there.
Like that Pillsbury kid.
Oh, it's that kind of place, is it? No, I guess I'll just go to state.
I'm allergic to
The
yeast.
difference between Bob and Bill lies in the meaning of a few words.
And a lot of kids with dough go there.
Huh?
Bob's interests and
You recording this
experiences have
conversation?
made this a pleasant idea to him.
I'll bet.
But to Bill, these words have just the opposite emotional meaning. Many of the words we use have somewhat different emotional meanings for people with different experiences.
That's where hand gestures become helpful. This meeting of the Slightly Silly Party will come to order.
I am honored today to present to you the next mayor of our city.
Citizen
He
McCheese.
is a friend of labor, a friend of business, a friend of every group and interest in our community.
Wow, what are the chances?
Mr. John P. Garrison.
Photosynthesis is a leftist hoax.
Mr. Cox gives an emotional response to one of the speaker's statements.
He is a friend of labor.
These words suggest to him certain uncomfortable experiences he has had with some of his employees.
Like the time they asked to be paid.
The words also have an emotional meaning for Mr. Garvey, another businessman. To him, they suggest the satisfaction he once derived from his association with a labor organization.
And the related kickbacks.
Everyone responds emotionally to words and statements. If we are aware of these feelings, we are better able to control our responses.
Well, that's what it's all about.
Now, of course, when we are doing the talking and someone else is listening, our problem is how to make ourselves understood.
Come again?
That is, how to use language that will establish our meanings with our audience. The first question to consider is, who is this audience? What are its past experiences or predispositions?
What happened to their bodies?
Obviously, we would never try to explain algebraic equations to this pair of youngsters. We know they haven't the maturity and experience to understand them.
They might be Giants Junior.
The same thing goes for all the people we talk to every day.
Oh, hi.
All of them are different personalities.
Oh, hi.
Having somewhat different experiences
hi.
behind them, giving them somewhat
Oh,
different
hi.
predispositions. All of them take the words we use to mean something a little different.
Sounds like a them problem.
Knowing our audience even helps us in such an obvious matter as using words it understands. A doctor, for instance, puts it this way to a patient.
Your thingamabob has an ouchie.
Henry, you've got a bad case of athlete's foot. One of the worst cases I've seen. We'll try to do something about it.
Insurance card, please.
But to a colleague, he puts it this way.
That customer paid me money.
By the way, Doctor, I had an acute case of epidermophytosis today.
How cute.
But knowing our audience does more than this. It also helps us to put our ideas into words that will move our listeners to respond as we wish.
Frank, give me back that letter. Mother, make him stop it.
Helen's got a letter.
Oh.
Helen's got a letter.
Now, Frank, stop that. Give Helen back her letter. And stop being such a baby.
Oh, all right. Here, Helen.
Nobody appreciates my tell-it-like-it-is comedy stylings.
And Helen, I'm surprised at you scuffling around like a regular roughneck.
Mom, language.
Mother knows just what symbols to use to make Frank and Helen respond as she wishes. We can generally get a more favorable response to an idea if we use words and statements having the right emotional appeal.
Hello, George?
Big, fat, ugly George?
Yes. I'm fine, thank you. George, I'm calling to remind you about your contribution to the community chest. Now, this is a new year, you know.
Yes, well, I don't know whether I can give as much this year.
Well, George, to tell you the truth, we're asking you to give more if you can. The people that count have to support this thing, you know. This is a decent, clean, prosperous community, and we've got to keep it that way.
Ominous.
All right. You've got a good point there. I'll send you a check.
Wow, George is a real pushover.
Language appealing to self-esteem and civic pride is effective in this situation. But with a different audience, another set of symbols is needed.
Hieroglyphics.
Hi, fellas. You fellas make your contribution to the community chest yet?
Nah. You don't think you can get any dough off of us, do you? We're just working for coffee and donuts around here.
Well, but you're working, aren't you? What about people too sick to work? People out of luck.
Weaselly-looking guys.
They need help, don't they? What about the clinics for kids and the help that goes to mothers and older folks? We've got to give those people a hand.
But Tucker Carlson says it's a welfare state.
Yeah, I suppose we do.
This audience responds to a different set of words, though the underlying idea is the same.
Lying to get money.
Besides using the right language, we have also to use the right medium of communication to reach our audience.
Like FeedBurner or MySpace.
Most of us know already how important it is to choose the right situation. For instance, we wouldn't try to discuss a weighty problem at a time like this.
Dad, I joined the Communist Party.
Likewise, we would never try to make a serious speech at a time like this. Every audience has to be approached
You're
at the
drunk,
proper
go
time
home.
and place. And every audience has to be reached through the proper medium.
Spam email.
If we wish to reach audiences of millions, we have to use one of the media of mass communication. The press, radio, or television.
Don't forget smoke signals and Aldous
But
lamps.
whatever media we use, and whatever audiences we reach, the questions to ask are the same.
Where is money?
Who is talking? What is he saying? What medium of communication is he using? To whom is he speaking? What response is he getting?
How do I mute him?
The answers to these questions are the guideposts to effective communication.
Wrap-up time.
They help us to that understanding of one another that is essential for successful living and working together.
Wording good to make communicating people understand talking things. Ending. Thank you so much for watching Fun with Shorts. This series is supported by Patreon and patrons like these wonderful people right here. They get early access to new episodes and exclusive episodes every month. Also, check out the updated funwithshorts.com for DVDs and merch and all the good stuff. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you next time.